Hey, welcome back. Today, we're going to crack open the Math Magician's Toolkit. Seriously, forget all those boring, long calculations. We're diving into some really powerful tricks that let you solve tricky problems with square numbers in just a few seconds. Okay, let's jump right in with a challenge. Without a calculator, what is the very last digit of 799 squared? Now, you could multiply 799 by 799, but come on, where's the fun in that? What if I told you there's a way to know the answer almost instantly? See, the secret here isn't about brute force calculation. Not at all. It's all about observation. It's about knowing the hidden rules of the game. So, let's pull out the first trick from our toolkit. All right, tool number one. This one is all about that last digit. It's an absolutely brilliant shortcut, and it's going to save you a ton of time. So here's the core idea, and it's super simple. The final digit of any squared number, you might hear it called the unit digit, is decided only by the final digit of the number you started with. That's it. Seriously, nothing else matters. Let's see this thing in action. Take 799. We just focus on the 9. What's 9 squared? It's 81. So the final digit of the answer is going to be a 1. What about 1,234? We just look at the 4. 4 squared is 16, so the answer is going to end in a 6. And for a big one like 52,698, that 8 at the end tells us everything we need to know. 8 squared is 64, which means the final digit will be a 4. It really is that easy. All right, let's grab our next tool. This one builds on what we just learned, and it's pretty cool. It's kind of like a detective skill. How to spot a number that can't possibly be a perfect square just by glancing at it. Okay, so here's the deal, and this is a big one. Perfect squares can only end in certain digits. 0, 1, 4, 5, 6, or 9. That's the complete list. So if you see a number that ends in a 2, a 3, a 7, or an 8, you know right away, no doubt about it, it can't be a perfect square. It's an instant disqualification. All right, pop quiz for you. Take a look at this number, 7,928. Based on the rule we just learned, is it a perfect square? What do you think? You got it. Nope, absolutely not. You don't need a calculator. You just need to look at that last digit. It ends in 8, so it's out of here. But wait, there's another dead giveaway for our detective kit, and this one is all about zeros. A perfect square can totally have zeros at the end, but here's the catch. It must have an even number of them. 2 zeros, 4 zeros, 6 zeros, that's all good. But an odd number of zeros, that's another instant giveaway. So look at 64,000. Now, it looks promising at first, right? Because 64 is a perfect square. But it has 3 zeros, an odd number, so nope, it's out. Same thing for 5,050. It ends in a single 0, and that means it's disqualified. Okay, on to our third tool. We're moving from detection to straight-up code cracking. You know, math is just filled with these beautiful hidden patterns, and knowing them is like having a secret key. Let's kick this off with a classic little puzzle. How do you find the sum of a series of numbers without actually adding them up? I know, it sounds impossible, but it's not, if you know the pattern. Okay, check this out. Take the first 3 odd numbers, 1, 3, and 5. If you add them up, you get 9. And what's special about 9? Well, it's 3 squared. And how many numbers did we add? 3. Interesting, right? Let's try it again. Push it a little further. What about the first 5 odd numbers? So 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9. That equals 25. And what is 25? Well, it's 5 squared. Are you seeing the pattern yet? It's right there. And that is the secret. The sum of the first n odd numbers is always n squared. So to solve the puzzle, you don't actually add anything. You just count how many numbers there are, and you square that number. It's such an elegant shortcut. And hey, here's another quick fun one. We all know 11 squared is 121. But what if you stick a 0 in the middle to make 101? The answer is 10201. And if you add another 0 to make 1001, the answer is 1002001. It's like the zeros just slide right into the middle. The pattern just keeps going. All right, time for our final tool. And honestly, I kind of saved the best for last. I call this one the master key because it unlocks the answer to a question that seems like it would be incredibly tedious, but it's actually just simple. So, here's the problem. How many whole numbers are there between 12 squared and 13 squared? Now, again, you could figure out both squares and then sit there and count every single number in between, but there is a much better way. The magic formula is just 2n. That's it. N is just the smaller of the two numbers. So in our case, n is 12. All we have to do is calculate 2 times 12, which is 24. And that's our answer. No big calculations, no counting, done. And just like that, you're done. There are exactly 24 numbers between 144 and 169. This super simple 2n formula works every single time for any two consecutive squares. It's the ultimate shortcut, no question. So when you step back and look at it, what we've seen today isn't really magic at all. These tricks are just the beautiful, predictable rules of mathematics in disguise. They prove that if you just do a little bit of observation, you can find these incredible shortcuts and patterns everywhere, which, makes you wonder, what other amazing patterns are out there, just waiting for us to discover?